I told ya, I hold the scriptures like you hold chips on your shoulder. Biblical clips, better load up. The snare and the drums go snap, the lyrical tongue cocks back, the air in my lungs flows, and that's enough to spark a revolution. Man, listen, my music is ammunition. I march to the tune of a man smitten, was slain as a lamb, yet he stands risen, just as it was written. My orders are to cross borders, living waters in my canteen as my camp screams for the God we love, even though we can't see him. My passions, down to the name brands on my fashions, have to pass him. I only live off what my captain
Welcome
rationed.
to the front line, streets and corners. The chief want us to beef is tremendous when you're locked deep in the trenches. There's a war going on outside, and it's real. Flesh versus spirit, I don't flex to appeal. Use the text to reveal what comes next. If you reject, then I seal conversation with praying and step, cause what I feel is really not the deal. The issue is your soul. As a soldier, I must remain sober and in control. I gotta stay focused like a scope does, and hope what I wrote just clear the smoke up. Hey y'all, I'm never AWOL. I wouldn't dare stop work to start building in civilian affairs.
On to the truth, me and all my troops. No time for a truce, there's only time for truth. No room for fair or regular cares. Stand clear of civilian affairs. Hold up, soldier, salute. If you're going up, salute. Throw it up, salute. Throw it up, salute. Soldier, salute. If you're going up, salute. Throw it up, salute. Throw it up, salute.
Ever since I've been sworn in, born in, put through boot camp, it's on. Ain't got no time for no nuisance. It's 3 squares a day, PT, study, pray, little play. Cause what soldier got time for blase? Especially when Yahweh is bringing D-Day without M16, rocket launcher or AK. Cause this ain't Vietnam, the enemy's more vicious than the Viet Cong. And think delicious of being bomb who die outside of service, deserters, conscientious perverters. We stand as alerters, hoping this is making you nervous. Well, if you ain't a procrastinator, fight Satan's invaders. Get your fist in the air and march to this
Had to
cage.
cram 10 jams in a week, so I'm weak, but I'm planting my feet. Planning to speak about Commander-in-Chief. He's a lamb and a beast. King and God, man of the streets. Stand of the beast, but not a man that is weak. He's glorious, infinity and no, he's victorious. El Gabor is a warrior, and he orders us not to trust in swords and stuff, or store up and hoard stuff that is sure to rust. Don't get it twisted, he'll get a misfit when others wouldn't risk it. Teach him diplomatics like a good version of Dipset. Glorium in Christ, so his everyday life is sifted. Stick with the reasons we got enlisted.
And all my troops, no time for a truce, there's only time for truth. No room for fair or regular cares. Stand clear of civilian affairs. Hold up, soldier, salute. If you're going up, salute. Throw it up, salute. Throw it up, salute. Soldier, salute. If you're going up, salute. Throw it up, salute. Throw it up, salute. On to the truth, me and all my troops. No time for a truce, there's only time for truth. No room for fair or regular cares. Stand clear of civilian affairs. Hold up, soldier, salute. If you're going up, salute. Throw it up, salute. Throw it up, salute. Soldier, salute. If you're going up, salute. Throw it up, salute. Throw it up, salute.
All right, family, let's go on, get on into it, shall we? Now, let's go to Jeremiah 16:19 first. Jeremiah chapter 16. Verse 19. Okay. Let me start at 16. Jeremiah 16:16. Behold, I will send for many fishers, says Yahweh, and they shall fish them. Remember the Messiah, I will make you fishers of men. That verse hit my mind, New Testament. And after, I will send many hunters, and they shall hunt them from every mountain and from every hill and out of the holes of the rock. For mine eyes are upon all their ways. They are not hid from my face, neither is their iniquity hid from mine eyes. Shalom, Cleophas and Brenda and Arlene. Thank you. Yeah, Cleophas. Jim, shalom. All right. His eyes are, it's in Proverbs. His eyes are everywhere, beholding the good and the evil. But right now, he's getting us in line. And then he finna go after them. But nevertheless, let's get into it. All right. And first, I will recompense. He's going to repay their sins to the double. If you think we had it bad, they getting a double dose. It's in the word. Who is this people that's going to get double? Because they have defiled my land. Shalom, DSB. They have defiled his land. They have filled his inheritance with the carcasses of detestable and abominable things. Let me give you a preview. Let me throw some subliminals on who he's talking about. I'll just drop it right there. They done filled his land with detestable and abominable things. They over there slaughtering them Palestinians over there. I told y'all when it first started, how many of y'all remember when it first started, I said, them folks ain't coming back home. Because I'm looking at the history and how they did us. They stole our land and put up beachfront property. I don't know if y'all remember it or not, but I said it did. These folks got a pattern, but nevertheless, I think it was that video with them. Hey, don't put your capes on. But anyway, now they done defiled his land and filled his inheritance with the carcasses of detestable and abominable things. Okay. O Lord, my strength and my fortress and my refuge in the day of affliction. Somebody got some judgment coming. It's already on the horizon. It's already on the horizon. Look, don't forget right here. Don't forget right here. They getting double. They getting double. See, they getting double. 16, 18. They go getting double. And in the time of their affliction, the Gentiles shall come unto thee from the ends of the earth and shall say, surely our fathers have inherited lies, vanity, and things wherein there is no profit. Okay. The Roman Babylon is falling, isn't it? Huh? The so-called Western nation is fizzling all out, ain't it? They panicking, huh? All I can tell you, repent. That's all I can tell you. All right. Now, so why would they inherit lies? You hide the truth. You don't want to tell the truth. You want to lie like you all this beacon of morality. Y'all civilized. I see the lies in the civilized. You claim you civilized. You claim y'all brought us the word. No, we had the word first. We just didn't do what we supposed to have been doing with it. And when it got into y'all hands, y'all showed up turning it into a detestable and abominable things. That old white image of the Messiah that ain't in the Bible. The Bible says he got woolly hair. And he got white woolly hair. It's in the Bible. But you know, they said, well, we can do what we want to do. We just gonna put a white image up there with stringy hair and He loved everybody. Notice how they said they teach that Jesus loved everybody. But I submit to you, he loved everybody but black folk. He hate black folk. Because he tell the Klan to burn crosses. He tell the Klan that they doing God's will to kill black folk. That's what white Jesus tell them. They are representatives of Christianity. Since they are not inclined to study the Bible, they're surely not inclined to live the Bible. They got an inheritance of lies coming. If you sow lies, you're going to reap lies. If you plant potatoes, you're going to reap potatoes. If you plant tomatoes, you're going to reap tomatoes. If you plant the truth, you're going to reap the truth. If you plant murdering and stealing and pillaging, you're going to reap murdering, stealing, and pillaging. That's what you're going to get back. You dish it out, only time going to tell can you take it. But nevertheless, y'all heard all about it. It's probably going to just, let me see. Y'all heard about the DEI? Who really benefits from DEI? You understand? That's why they try to dilute our struggles with everybody. That way you can't focus in on the solution of the problem. It's just like pouring a whole bunch of milk in coffee. It ain't even hot no more. You don't even know it was, excuse me, you don't even know it ever was coffee. Huh? Talking about they think that's hurting us. We wasn't benefiting in the first place, just like the Asians thought we was benefiting from affirmative action. Come to find out that everybody else was. Now think about this, family. They said we the most beneficiary of welfare. This country don't let us get the most of nothing but hell. That's the only thing they let us. They allow us to have the most death, hell, and destruction as our portion. That's the only thing they let us get on top of in. So you really think they're gonna let us get more food stamps than anybody else? Does that make any sense? All right, now. Some Americans are shocked to learn that black people are not the primary beneficiaries of diversity, equity, and inclusion. They talking about some DEI. I call it DE-lie. What is Elon? They just make a job for him. He ain't even qualified. What is Elon Musk's qualification for finance? He didn't make his money on his own. He got his money from our taxes. So Elon Musk is a DEI plant where they just make a position. How many of y'all been working at a place where they just make a position for white people? It wasn't a job before. They just make a position where they just walking around not doing nothing. Huh? But somehow we the DEI hire. I call it the DE-lie. Now, how many of y'all heard that they got, one in the chat, if you heard they got high IQs? Come on now. How many of y'all heard that they got these high IQs? They just so intelligent. If you got it, you just got it. If you got it, you got it. Okay. Then how come y'all can't get this budget balanced? Since they got such high IQs, then how come y'all got a school to prison pipeline for black folk? Y'all talk about Negroes is dumb and stupid, but most of the teachers is white. You act like it's our fault, but we pay taxes for you so-called teachers to miseducate our children and running them into these prisons. Now, if we had low IQs, if we was a little slow, you wouldn't have to miseducate us. It's a waste. It's unproductive. If the people is slow, the elevator don't go all the way up to the top. It's unproductive to try to miseducate them. You don't have to do nothing. You don't have to sabotage the mentally incompetent. You understand? That's that lie IQ. You got DE lie IQ, and all lies matter. If all lives matter, then how come the police know? How come the police seem to know how to go after black folk? If across the board, it should be equal. They should be an equal opportunity destroyer. If all lives matter, the police see a white person, they should get the same thing we getting. Illegals coming across the border, they should get the same thing we getting. If all lives matter, but it's all lies. LIES. All lies matter. That's why you're going to get an inheritance of lies. The devil is a lie. And he's going to pass his inheritance down to y'all. You lie keepers. You lie tellers. You lie lovers. Okay? But yeah, they talking about some DE lie. But we see who it is. That's why they come up with all these minorities. They put white woman in minority group so they can double dip. Not only can they reap the benefits of just being white, they can reap the benefits of minority because white women is a minority because they categorize, they control the categorization. So they get to double dip into the DEI and the minority benefits and the money that the federal government set aside for businesses because a white woman is a minority. Okay, you can get a white LGBTQ person and they can get the minority. You can get a white one. So then you funnel the money right back to white folks. You got white Latinos and everybody else. That's why we don't need to be worrying about all this other stuff. Our problem is the most deadliest. Our problem been going on the longest. We need to be worrying about our problems. All right? Now, you can do your own quick search, and you'll find out who gets the most welfare. I saw them white women. I saw them white women on TikTok hollering about their food stamps and stuff getting cut off. I mean, I ain't really laugh at them. I ain't really laugh at them, but we know the truth gonna come out. They act like we getting all this stuff, but yet if we getting all this welfare and we getting all the jobs, then how come the wealth gap keeps growing? How come our money keeps getting less and less, and we the number one group homeless on the street? We getting all these benefits, but the wealth gap keeps getting wider and wider. I'm rethinking this lie IQ that they telling me about. And then, we don't control this. You throw the black in there and racist white people just go crazy. Just put the black in there and the racist white folks forget all about the people that's really running the show and focus on black folk. Just put the black in there. You put the black in there, and these racist devils, these racist low-thinking devils will lose their minds. Look at that. They done think about it. Not only before they did, I'm going to show you what else they gentrified. I'm going to show you what else Europeans gentrified. They done gentrified BET. It used to be... Black entertainment used to be owned by black folk. Now, black BET is owned by white folks. So you gonna get some ratchetness. They own it. They gonna put ratchet shows on there. Bunch of smoking and naked stuff, unproductive, self-destructive behaviors that ain't gonna get you nowhere. You understand? The other magazine, Ebony, and all the magazines owned by white people. Just put the black on there and. But anyway, let me keep moving. I'm just showing you the lies. And you can do another search. This man here, let me go to this image. This man here, he's funding all these different protest things. He funding all these protest things. Why? Well, to keep the people off of the people at the top. Notice you don't never. Now y'all heard about, they said Elon Musk is the richest man in the world. I don't buy that. I believe he a front man. He's a puppet, just like I believe Bill Gates is a puppet. That's just my personal. That's my personal. Them doggone ones at the top. What's their name that you never hear about? What's them Rothschild, them Red Shields? Rothschild, Red Shield in German, Jewish. Them Red Shields, Rothschild. You don't never hear about them. You don't never hear about them. They smart. Stay out the camera, stay out the limelight. But nevertheless. All right, now let me get back to the Bible verses. Let me see here. Is this the right one? Okay. Now let's go back over here. Let me see here. Previous. Let me see which page. Okay. Now let's discuss the remedy or how you defeat the inheritance of lies. How you ensure your soul salvation from the inheritance of lies. Look here. John chapter 4:24. The Most High is a spirit. Yah is a spirit. This is his name. And they that worship him must worship him in spirit and in truth. In other words, if you're not worshiping him in spirit and in truth, you're headed to hell. And you got an inheritance of lies coming. Because it's either or. It ain't no in between. Look at it. If you hate the truth, then you is an enemy of the Most High. And if you don't like the truth, prepare to get your inheritance. And don't cry when you get it. Okay? Now, John 16:13. All this is the Messiah is talking. Howbeit, when he, the spirit of truth, is come, he will guide you into all truth. A spiritual GPS. A spiritual lie detector. Huh? You can't be deceived. Why? Because the Most High is in you. How can you be deceived when his spirit is in you? Huh? Well, I tell you this. You won't stay deceived because you're going to be led into the truth. Okay? You're going to be led into the truth. If you're not being led into the truth, guess what? You're being led to lies. You're being led to a legacy that does not exist. You think you got wealth, but you ain't taking it with you. When you get cut down, when you die, when you're on the other side of the ground, ain't none of this stuff up here coming with you. That, it was a song when I was growing up. They said, I never seen a U-Haul behind a hearse. In other words, when people die, you don't see them moving. You don't see them moving material things to the other side with them. All this stuff here staying behind. All right, you leave with what you came with. Nothing. You better make sure you got the Most High. All right, now look at it. Howbeit, when he, the spirit of truth, is come, he will guide you. But if you hate the truth, guess what? You go in the wrong direction. You need to bust a U-turn. Repent. Repentance simply means I'm busting a U-turn. I'm going the wrong way. I'm headed to hell. I don't want to go that way. Let me bust a U-turn. I'm not doing no 360. That means I'm just going this way and keep going. No, I'm going to do a 180. He's going to guide you into all truth. Not truth that I'm comfortable with. Not truth that I want to hear. Not truth that I've been here, not truth that my friends are comfortable. It's all truth. In other words, I don't get to pick the truth that the Most High lead me to. Think about the Apostle Paul. He was working against the Most High. He was killing the saints. Boy, that truth pill was a hard pill to swallow. All right, now, he was bucking and kicking, wasn't he? But nevertheless, for he will not speak of himself. Communication. The Most High Spirit is in you. You're gonna have a spiritual mind. He gonna be leading you into the light. He's going to be leading you into righteousness. He's going to be leading you into the attributes, the spiritual DNA of the Most High Father. Okay? That's what he's going to be telling you. But whatsoever he shall hear, that he shall speak, and he will show you things to come. Okay? Let me see now. Now, here's another one. 1 John 4 and 6. We are of Yah. He that knoweth him heareth us. Because you got the same spirit within you. That don't mean you're going to get along per se with everybody that's a servant of the Most High. Even Paul and, was it Barnabas? Paul and Barnabas, they had a falling out. So they just went their separate ways. They didn't work against each other. They just went their separate ways. All right? He that is not of God hears not us. Hereby we know the spirit of truth and the spirit of error, the spirit of lies. Now, you want to know the fruits of the spirit? Go back up here. Go back up here. God is a spirit, and they that worship him must worship him in spirit and in truth. Now, let's go back down here. Ephesians 5:9. For the fruit of the Spirit is in all goodness and righteousness and truth. Okay? I was looking for that other one. I think it's Matthew. Wait a minute. Let me see. Okay. All right, let's go back to John 4:23. But the hour cometh, and now is when the true worshipers shall worship the Father in spirit. If your primary thinking is natural things that's gonna pass away, that's rotten, and as we speak now, then you might want to rethink that. Spirit first. Worship him in spirit and in truth, for the Father seeketh such to worship him. Okay? Okay, now, this is how you lock in on, this is the way you lock in on the truth. Sanctify them through thy truth, thy word. We don't want the word, though. The word is kryptonite. Well, I don't want to read. Well, listen to it then. Download your app and listen to the Bible then. I ain't got time to read. Well, listen to it. It's this kryptonite right here. These bootlicking preachers, these jackleg preachers can't deceive you. Why? Because you put this word in your heart. Thy word have I hid in my heart that I might not sin against thee. David said that. David said that. Psalms 119:11. Thy word have I hid in my heart that I might not sin against thee. You begin studying, meditating, you begin to learn and remember, just like you do out here when you go into school. Repetition. You begin to remember the word. The preacher tell you, it's all right, two men and two women get together. That ain't what the Bible say. That ain't what the Bible say. I don't care if you go to the Old Testament or the New Testament. That ain't what the Bible say. That ain't what the Bible say. People don't know the word, therefore they just going along with the foolishness. And they got an inheritance coming. All right, family, any questions? All right. I think I made the point. Make sure you get in that word, learn that word, memorize it. I don't care if you just keep playing, you just focus on one chapter or one book. You keep playing it back, just like a song. If a song come out today, you keep hearing that song, you start remembering that song. Next thing you know, you singing along. Same thing with the Bible. You keep playing it. Next thing you're gonna be reciting it. When a sin come up, somebody try to get you to go out here and get sloppy, pissy drunk. The word said, you gonna remember the word where it said, be sober. Yeah, well, they drunk in the Bible, yeah, but it didn't say be pissing drunk. Huh? Yeah, they drank in the Bible, but they wasn't drunk. Huh? You ain't gonna remember that if you don't put the word in your heart. What's in you gonna come out one way or another. If a bunch of lies and mischief is in you, it's gonna come out. And there can only be one outcome. That's why the Messiah was teaching his disciples, you got to guard your mind. If you think on a woman, you done already lusted after. If you lust after a woman in your heart, before you can go cheat, or before you can commit fornication, it's got to come up here first. Before David killed Uriah the Hittite and took his wife, he had some thoughts up here that he didn't check. He didn't have the word down here. He wasn't thinking about the commandment where it said, thou shalt not commit adultery. That word didn't register. As a result, he killed Uriah. David was so low down at this point, he sent Uriah's hit by Uriah. Uriah was such an honorable man that David put a hit list and sealed it up. Uriah didn't even open it. If Uriah had to open this letter and he loved David, he had to open this letter, he'd have knew that David doesn't put his hit, put Uriah on the front line and pull back and let him kill him. David's family started, death never left his family. His family members just killing each other, left and right. But anyway, all right, family. Get in that word, receive the spirit of truth, be led by the truth, hide the word, memorize the word, meditate on the word, Psalms 1. On his word doth we meditate day and night. You're saturating your mind with the word. Them devils can't stand that word. They got to go. All right? Shalom, family. Love y'all.
To the ground, this killer walked up on them bowling and looked them in the eye. He said, aren't you gonna beg? He said, no, I signed up to die. Death don't have a hold on me, so death don't put no fear in me. I don't think that you hearing me.